game and I'm still the same and I never change just to get a deal, but I'm ballin', ballin'. I came from nothing to something like it's nothing, yeah, you know I done it, that is no discussion, bitch.
Hey, what's up guys, Henry the Blaze Jr. and today the wait is finally over. That is right guys, as you can tell by the title of the video today guys, I am going to be revealing my God Squad to you guys. Now as you can also see, there is a blank canvas on the screen, each of which we are going to be filling with a player and finally revealing to you guys the best squad I have ever assembled in NBA 2k19 MyTEAM so far. Now before we do dive into this video guys, I do want to apologize for not uploading yesterday. I was in a ton of pain and I was just not feeling good. I just did not have the energy to upload, so I am sorry for that, but today we are coming at you guys with the uploads. And also if you guys could leave a like on this video, that would be greatly appreciated because I grinded my ass off to assemble the team I currently have. Also, I want you guys to comment down below what kind of lineups you guys have. I want to compare my lineups to yours. We can all help each other out with where we can improve. And also during my video guys, if you see a player where you think I could replace him with a better player, feel free to let me know down in the comment section below because I'm always looking to improve my team. Now with that being said, let's go ahead and let's dive into this video. Alright guys, so to start this video off, at the #1 starting position, we've got none other than the point forward himself, Pink Diamond 97 overall LeBron James, a card who with the shoe and the contract that he has is valued at 400k. And I know you guys are thinking, wow, you're actually running a player out of position, and I'm gonna explain that a little bit later, but basically to summarize it is I got tired of Pink Diamond Magic Johnson, man. I had the very first 20th anniversary one as soon as it came out because I pulled him in packs, and ever since that day I've been using Magic up until the throwback elite one dropped, and I was using that one and I was so tired of seeing his face. I was tired of running into him. That card just had to go. I replaced him with a LeBron James who's actually shorter and not really as great on defense, but I had to put him here at this position, and you guys are gonna see why later on in the video, why LeBron couldn't have been at any other position because I just have too many cards. But basically to summarize it, man, this Pink Diamond LeBron, he's perfect for the point guard position. And why do I say that? He's got 10 Hall of Fame badges, but there's two that I really want to highlight that you can see right off the bat, and that is the Hall of Fame defensive stopper, which is super helpful for anyone that's running anything crazy at the point guard position, as well as the Hall of Fame dimer, man. If you're going to be a point guard on my lineup, especially a starting point guard, you've got to have the Hall of Fame dimer. It is such an important badge that people don't pay enough attention to. When you're running plays or when you catch an open player, that Hall of Fame dimer really comes in clutch. But again, when it comes to this LeBron, man, this is just a card that has no weakness on both ends of the floor. He has all types of offensive capabilities, from layups to fadeaways to the mid-range to the three-pointer that's now a 96 with a shoe, as well as the dunking, and this one can actually hit free throws as well. And on the defensive end, he's an absolute nightmare, man. Great block, great shot contest, great steal, great lateral quickness, and all around, again, he is just a monster. And with that being said, that is why I've got this Pink Diamond LeBron at my starting point guard position. Now usually I would go ahead and jump into my starting #2 position, but I'm actually going to go ahead and jump into my #3 position. Trust me guys, this will all make more sense as I go throughout the video. But at my starting small forward position guys, we've got none other than Pink Diamond 97 overall Kevin Durant, a card that I spent an absolute fortune on. For those of you that follow me on Twitter, you know that I slightly overpaid for this card, but it was all for a good reason, which you will find out later as well. But this card, he is valued at about 550 to 600k. I got him for 600k, so that's what we're gonna go ahead and value him at for this video. But Kevin Durant, I think he is the best small forward in the game, not compared to like Galaxy Opal Worthy. I meant out of the Pink Diamonds, he's probably the best Pink Diamond small forward in the game. This card on the offensive end is an absolute nightmare. He's 6'9", he's got an amazing release, he's got amazing stats, the card can dunk, he can do it all. He's even got the fadeaway. Not really a big fan of the fadeaway animation on this card compared to the other Pink Diamond Kevin Durant, but again, this card overall, just a nightmare, man. Hall of Fame badges for days, including Hall of Fame Limitless Range, which is just nasty on this card. He's also got Hall of Fame Pick and Roll Maestro. This is a card that can create his own shot, and I like cards on my starting lineup where where they don't have to rely on other cards to create their own shots. So this Kevin Durant on an ISO is just an absolute beast, and him having Hall of Fame catch and shoot with LeBron's Hall of Fame dimer is just a nasty combination, man. This Kevin Durant, he has been great for me in the 39 games I've played with him. He's done nothing but get buckets, but top to bottom, again, this card is good. He is a great defender. He doesn't have Hall of Fame defensive stopper, but no one really runs anything crazy at the three where I have to worry about that. So this Durant, he's great at the three, and that is is why he is my starting small forward. Alright, so guys, this is actually where we're going to switch it up once again. For those of you that think you're going to see my whole starting lineup right now, you are wrong. We're actually going to go ahead and jump to the bench small forward position, and again, this will all make more sense as I go if you haven't caught on already. But at the bench small forward position, man, we've got none other than the legend himself. Pink Diamond 97 overall Larry Bird, aka Larry Legend, and this card, he's just an absolute overall beast. Realistically, this should not be a card that should be coming off the bench, especially when he's going for 350k, man. And as you can see with my lineup so far, with my two small forwards, you can see why LeBron had to play the point guard position, because none of these other cards really could realistically play the point guard position. Again, LeBron with a dimer and the Hall of Fame defensive stopper, it's just a logical decision. But this Larry Bird, man, for 350k, this card is an absolute demigod, a card with 12 Hall of Fame badges, including Hall of Fame defensive stopper and Hall of Fame limitless range. So this card, he's kind of the in-between between Kevin Durant and LeBron James. In my opinion, Kevin Durant is still the best small forward to get, but this card, all around, he's just an absolute beast, man. From driving layup to post fadeaway to mid-range to three-pointer, and then the defense is where he really shines. I like that he can speed boost, but that 99 steal, 95 shot contest is huge, as well as that 96 lateral quickness. And one thing I like about Larry Bird a lot is you can switch him between the 3 and the 4. And why is that? He's got that low post defensive IQ of a 90. Not many cards have a low post defensive IQ. Cards like Karolinko and stuff, their low post defensive IQ is only like an 80 and everything, whereas to Larry Bird, he's an absolute clamp god no matter where you put him. Now the only flaw really to this card is that he doesn't really have any crazy speed. That's where he kind of doesn't fit into my starting lineup. I like to play a fast pace. When I get Larry Bird on the court, it's time to slow things down, clamp up, and play at a pace at which I can control. But that doesn't change the fact that this Larry Bird is still a god, man. He can rebound, he can defend. There is literally nothing that this card can do. He's just all around phenomenal. Realistically, again, he should be on my starting lineup, but I've just got too much firepower on my team, which you guys are going to see for Larry Bird to make the starting lineup. But with that being said, Larry Bird is going to be my bench small forward off the bench. I just said bench twice. That doesn't even make any sense. Alright, so back to making sense. We're actually not going to go back and jump into our starting lineup just yet. We're actually going to go to our center off the bench, and that's going to be none other than the powerhouse himself. Pink Diamond 97 overall Anthony Davis, who with the shoe and the contract is currently going for 650k MT. And this card, he's still arguably one of the best bigs in the game. Comes with 8 Hall of Fame badges. This card, he can really do it all. What I like about him is he's got crazy defense, crazy offense, and unlike most bigs, man, he is stupidly fast, man. 91 speed, 95 acceleration, can do it all from the defensive end to the offensive end. Like I mentioned, he's got a 95 open 3, and with the coach boost, that is actually a 99 open 3. So you will not catch this card missing. He's got a super easy release. He has really good animations for a card, whether it's dunking, whether it's shooting, whether it's the post animations. There's really nothing wrong when it comes to an Anthony Davis card, and that is why he's my center off the bench. Honestly, it makes no sense why he comes off the bench, but it'll make more sense as you continue to see the rest of my lineup. But yeah, guys, Anthony Davis, he's gonna be my center off the bench. Now, as you guys can see on the screen, I actually went ahead and I added the 2 reserve players, that being Pink Diamond Kobe and Pink Diamond Shaquille O'Neal, the last 2 anniversary players. And this Shaq, man, he is such a beast. He used to be my starting center, no longer my starting center. I've got a better starting center, one that is an absolute god. But this Shaq, he was really the perfect center for me. He had all the perfect badges for a big man, including defensive stopper, rim protector, hustle rebounder, tireless scorer, bruiser, brick wall. Like anything I needed this card to do, including even hitting the occasional 3, Shaq would do for me, man. But this card, he was an absolute god. I played 182 games with him. This card's currently going for 350k as well. He's got the driving layup, he's got the post hook, he's got a low-key mid-range here and there. I gave him gold catch and shoot, so he occasionally hits that mid-range. With a coach boost, that's almost a 70 open mid-range. This Shaq can actually hit free throws, which I like a ton. His dunking is absolutely insane. And what I like about this Shaq is he's actually decently fast for a 7-1 center. But this card, overall, he's just an absolute beast. And then diving into this Kobe Bryant, who is the cheapest out of all the anniversaries. He's currently going for about 300k. Kobe, he's a great all-around card. Again, another card that's got Hall of Fame defensive stopper. I love cards that have Hall of Fame defensive stopper, and he's also got some great offense as well. Don't get me wrong, Kobe is an all-around great card, but his release, it just feels a little bit too slow for me, and that's kind of why he's in the reserves. Don't get me wrong, his release is super easy. He's got a great fadeaway animation, but the jumper is just not as fast as it used to be in previous years. But all around, man, Kobe Bryant, again, he's a beast. He's got amazing dunking. Card is super fast as well. He's got a 94 speed with ball with the shoe I currently have on him, and all around he just does what I need him to do. I usually sub him in when I kind of need more defense and offense, and Kobe Bryant, he's just there to get the job done for me. So that's why he's kind of on my lineup as well. 10 Hall of Fame badges is just really nice for this card. And yeah, that's basically going to be my reserve spots, guys. But now, as you guys can see, with all 6 anniversary players here, you guys can see that I obviously went ahead and locked them in. That gave me the ability to finally unlock Exodia, the demigod. I got all 5 pieces, or I guess technically 6 pieces for this one, and I went ahead and I picked up the demigod himself, Galaxy Opal Blake Griffin. You guys know I had to show you all 6 pieces leading up to this demigod himself, but this card, he's just an absolute monster, man. 18 Hall of Fame badges. There's literally no weaknesses to him. 99 driving layup. You can see everything is in the 90s, man. It just doesn't make any sense. And what's crazier about this card? 91 ball control. That is right. My starting center is able to speed boost with some passing. His defense is out of this world, man. 97 block, 98 shot contest, 99 down the line on the rebounding, 94 speed and acceleration with an 88 speed with ball. Like, this card, he just makes no sense. He's been an all-around beast for me. I think I've only played like 13 games or something with him. Oh, never mind. I've played 50 games already with this card, and he's done nothing but show me why he deserves to be on the starting lineup, man. This card, he is really a threat. If people start to off-ball you at center, you really just use this Blake Griffin and you speed boost by them, and it's basically a GG. But whether it's hitting threes, whether it's doing anything, this card is amazing. Now, he does have kind of an iffy release, which not people like, but the thing is, he's got a Hall of Fame catch and shoot. So if you catch him open, unless you're really bad at messing up releases, this card is going to do work for you, and consistently. He's so consistent for me, it's actually insane. You can see for 3-pointers, it's 1.2 over 1.9. That's like 65% from 3, and then 6.9 to 9.4 on the field goals. That's almost 70-something% from the field with this card. But all around, I'm loving this Blake Griffin. For those of you that were following me on Twitter, you already know I had this card, but you guys know I had to show you last here. But man, collecting all these pieces, it was a grind. Now, I can't really put a value on this Blake Griffin just because he's the value of all these cards combined. So we're gonna go ahead and live him at the big 0 as far as prices. Alright, so now that you guys have seen my whole 20th anniversary collection leading up to Blake Griffin, we can now jump back into the starting lineup. And at the shooting guard position, we've got none other than the pink diamond signature limited Vince Carter. And I really highlight the limited part because it's a big deal, man. This card, he is currently going for 600k MT, and there's a reason I went for the limited version, man. 16 Hall of Fame badges in comparison to the regular signature series, which only has, I would think it's 9 or 8, I don't even remember, but the limited one, he comes with Hall of Fame limitless range. This card all around, he's an absolute demigod. I really don't understand how this Vince Carter isn't a Galaxy Opal, but again, Vince Carter, a card that can do it all. He's got one of the easiest releases, he's got one of the craziest dunk packages ever with a 99 driving and contact dunk, 96 open 3 with a coach goes up to a 99. This card can really do it all, and what I actually like about him a lot is his defense, which surprised me, man. 95 shot contest and steal. Look at his lateral quickness at a 97, and the rest of his defense, man, it's only getting better, man. And he's actually got a 75 low post defensive IQ, so that's low-key usable. And again, a card that is stupidly fast, 99 speed with ball, 98 speed and acceleration, man. Vince Carter being able to do the things he does is why he is my starting shooting guard, man. This card is an absolute god. And then when we go ahead and jump into the power forward position, we've got Galaxy Opal Opal, James Worthy. We low-key have 3 Galaxy Opals on the starting lineup, but this James Worthy I think is still the best Galaxy Opal in the game. Yes, I have Blake Griffin, and I'm going to say that this James Worthy is still the best Galaxy Opal in the game. I've played 287 games with this card. He's got 16 Hall of Fame badges as well, and one thing I like about him is he can really play the 4, because he's got that Hall of Fame drop stepper, post spin technician, and up and under specialist, yet having Hall of Fame defensive stopper and Hall of Fame pick and popper, and also Hall of Fame catch and shoot. Now what's actually surprising about this James Worthy is he grabs a ton of rebounds, man, and I really don't know how to explain it. 96 rebounding down the line, but that's the main reason I run him at the 4. Usually I actually run him at the 3, but for this God Squad debut he's going to be at the 4 position. But this is another card that can do it all. He's got the base 11. He's literally unstoppable on offense, especially when he gets his takeover. It is a GG. But the only weakness to this card that a lot of people like to acknowledge is that he's only got a 63 steal. That's another reason I'm kind of have him at the power forward position, because cards that are usually at the power forward position I usually don't gamble or try to reach on. I'm just there to clamp them up, whereas the cards at the small forward, point guard, or shooting guard position I kind of feel more comfortable reaching towards. And it's kind of funny because those are usually the cards that have better ball control. But James Worthy, he just plays so good at the 4 for me, and he's also really fast, so he runs in transition and he really just does it all. Overall I really like this card, and again I still think he is the best Galaxy Opal in the game. Alright, now we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna jump into our bench position, and this is actually gonna surprise a lot of you guys, because off the bench I'm actually running James Harden at the point guard position. This is a card not many people are a fan of, but I love him a lot. This is who I usually run at the point guard position when I do my gameplays, and this James Harden, man, the newest one, he is actually an absolute beast, and I'm surprised not many people use him that much. Again, I think it's because people don't really like that release. He's got 6 Hall of Fame badges, including tireless score, difficult shots, limitless, and deep range Deadeye as well. And this card, he just plays so good for me, man. From the driving layup to him having a 90 post fadeaway, 94 down the line on the mid range, almost a 95 down the line on the 3. He's got a super easy release. Again, it's a bit on the slower end. 85 free throws, definitely usable. This card dunks a ton. He's got arguably the best dribble package in the game as well, and he can actually play defense. That is one of the reasons I use this Harden a lot, is that he can actually play defense, man. 80 shot contest is a bit on the lower end, but that 95 steal, when I tell you this James Harden steals the ball like no tomorrow, I mean it, man. And he's also stupidly fast. 99 speed, 95 speed with ball and acceleration, 90 vertical, 87 lateral quickness is definitely usable, 97 pass perception is really good. He's also got great hustle, and overall, man, this James Harden, he's just a beast. And when he's cooking, that limitless range is really nice. The only thing I do wish this card had was Hall of Fame ankle breaker, and it would basically be a GG. Now, jumping into my shooting guard position off the bench, this is a card that used to be reliable for me. For those of you that have been watching my gameplays, you should know that this is one of my favorite cards in the game, that being signature limited Brandon Roy. And before we actually continue with the video, I forgot to mention James Harden. He is valued at about 150k, and this Brandon Roy, with the contract and the shoe that he has on him, surprisingly is only valued at 275k. I overpaid for this card when he first came out, because when he first came out, he was the best shooting guard in the game, man. Card has limitless range, posterizer, tireless score, catch and shoot. The combination of badges he has makes him one of the most annoying offensive cards in the game. And with that shoe and with the contract, man, that shoe especially, not only does it boost his 3-pointer, but it actually gives them the slashing and sharpshooting takeover, which is the nastiest combination for him. Another thing I like about it is it gives him a post fadeaway. That 3 now boosted with a coach goes up to a 99. He's got the free throw, he's got the dunking, he's got the ball control, and this card actually has phenomenal defense, man. 92 shot contest, 97 steal. He is fast as hell, great lateral quickness, and again, overall, man, Brandon Roy, he's just an absolute god. He's also got the base 8 jumper, which is absolutely a nightmare to guard, especially in transition. You guys have seen my gameplays, you know how I like to transition cheese with this Brandon Roy, but man, this card, he's just an absolute god. He's a card that I'm really having a hard time trying to get rid of in my lineup, because realistically, I could just go ahead and move Kobe here to the starting shooting guard position and sell Brandon Roy, but that would be 2 cards off the bench that have slow releases. And Larry Bird, he's got a faster release, don't get me wrong, but it's still not really fast enough where I can say he can match up with these other guys. But yeah, this Brandon Roy, I'm having a hard time deciding whether I should sell him or keep him. I don't really know who I would replace him with. Kobe, again, I love him a lot, but that jumper is just not fast enough. And this Roy, he's just been way too reliable for me, at the 2 position for me to decide and go ahead and sell him. But now we've got 2 positions left, man. For those of you that think you know what it is, go ahead, pause the video, comment down below and see if you were right. But at the power forward position off the bench, we've got none other than the demigod himself, guys, and that is Yanis Antetokounmpo, the epic one, the one that can actually hit threes, the moments version. And this one is actually really similar to the anniversary Yanis. They've got the same Hall of Fame badges, but the real difference between this Yanis and the other Yanis, other than the epic card art that this one has, is the other Yanis has a post fadeaway and a mid-range, whereas this Yanis has more of the 3-pointer and the free throw. And trust me when I tell you that this card hits mad threes for me. He hits mad threes. It is actually insane. I was going to show you the percentages, but last time I checked, this card actually shoots 60% from 3. But again, Yanis Antetokounmpo, a card that can really do anything, a card that is blessed with the best animations in the game this year. Him being the cover athlete of the game this year, they really mocap the living life out of this card, from Euro step dunking to doing it all. Him being 6'11" and being able to speed boost, him having insane defense. Like, this card, he's just an absolute nightmare to guard and an absolute nightmare to try to score on if you've got a mismatch. This card I really like a ton. 90 speed with ball, he really just does it all. He's got a bit of a slower jumper, which is why my whole bench kind of is filled with slower jumpers, which I should kind of mix around a little bit. But this Yanis, man, he just does way too much work. When I need to be cheesy, I do move Yanis to this point guard position, AD to the 4 and Shaq to the 5. That's only if I need to, and people are running some BS lineups, that's when Yanis really gets crazy. But yes, Yanis with this 3-point shoot, man, 84-3, with the coach actually boosted to an 88 open 3, and I really do not miss with this card, man. He's got such an easy release, and again, the main reason he's on my lineup is for that beautiful card art. And one thing you guys will not believe is this card is actually going for 500k. You guys don't believe me? Let's go ahead and let's check the auction house right now. Alright, so we've got Pink Diamond Yanis Antetokounmpo. We're gonna hit search, and you guys are gonna go ahead and see that he's going for 495k, which again is 500k with still 12 minutes to go. I'm telling you, man, this card with a 3-point shoe really goes for a buck. The regular Yanis here is looking like he's going for about 400k, but if you go ahead and jump over to this other Yanis, he's already at 380k with an hour to go, and that's even without the 3-point shoe, man. This Yanis, he just plays so good, and the reason I prefer this Yanis more, again, that 3-pointer and especially the free throw. This card, with how often he goes to the rim and draws fouls, that 90 free throw just comes through, and it is so clutch, and that is why this demigod is on my lineup. Now, last but not least, man, we've actually got a card that is arguably one of the better cards on my team, and he usually isn't a reserve, but more to showcase my lineup, he is in the reserve position. Usually he's on my starting lineup, and that is none other than the GOAT himself, Arvydas Sabonis. This card, man, he's arguably one of the best centers in the game. If I have to run Blake Griffin at center or a Sabonis, I prefer Sabonis. Usually I have Blake Griffin at the power forward position, but again, this is more just to debut my God Squad. This Sabonis is an absolute nightmare, and what I love about him is he's got that Hall of Fame dimer. I decked this card out. He's got the limitless, he's got the deep range. I went ahead and gave him a free throw shoot just because it helps his lateral quickness and stuff like that. But this card, he is so godly, man. 92 open 3, and it's not even the fact that he has a 92 open 3, it's the fact that he has a 92 open 3 and he's freaking 7'3", man. This card, you will not be contesting him unless you jump every single time, and if I catch you on a jump, then I'm just gonna drive by you because I will pump fake a ton. He's got amazing post game. The really only con to this card, man, is he's got 42 lateral quickness. If you abuse this card with a pick and roll, or if you ISO him to death, that's where things get kind of painful. But he's actually got decent speed for someone who's 7'3". Again, 75 speed and 70 acceleration. I don't mind it at all. I remember that's the main reason I gave him this shoe, was more for the speed speed and the lateral quickness than anything else, but this card, he really does it all, from protecting the rim to rebounding to being a pick and pop limitless range demigod. Sabonis is just one of those cards you are going to have a nightmare trying to guard, man. This card, he is so godly, and I didn't really know until I played Denver Struck and he showed me the truth. So shout out to you, Denver, because without you, man, I would have never picked this card up. And this card, man, he is a goddamn god. And with that being said, this is the HTBGaming lineup. Now, with that being said, guys, I want you guys to let me know down in the comment section below, what would you rate my lineup out of 10? Where do you think I could really improve when it comes to this lineup? Should I go ahead and should I sell Brandon Roy? I'm not really worried about my MT. I more just want to sell Brandon Roy. He's kind of just there up until like a T-Mac drops or something. Vince Carter, he's most likely going to be my starting shooting guard for the rest of the year. I just don't see them dropping a shooting guard that's going to be better than this Vince, unless we get a limited Tracy McGrady. Then that would just be absolutely insane. But overall, man, I'm really liking where my lineup's at, because when people play really dumb, usually I kind of have my lineup like this. Let me kind of adjust it all for you guys so you can see. I usually have James Worthy right there, and Yanis is actually usually on the reserves for me, which actually makes no sense, but sometimes I'll go ahead and I'll put Larry Bird at the 2, and I'll move Yanis to the 4 and James Worthy at the 3. That way I have a guy with a faster release, and I've still got clamps all around here. But if someone's using a center that's kind of on the bigger end, that's when I've got Shaq, because Shaq, this card's an absolute post god, and if someone's running like Jokic or something, I sub Shaq in and he goes to town on the post. But yes, guys, this is what my god squad is looking like. I hope you guys like it. And again, this Harden, you guys are sleeping on him, man. This card, he is an absolute monster. When he gets takeover, this card is a beast. But this is what my god squad is looking like. I'm going to be bringing you guys gameplay. If you guys manage to get, let's say, 500 likes on this video, I will bring you guys a gameplay with my god squad. But this is going to be the end of the video, guys. I hope you guys did enjoy this video. If you do, don't forget to leave a like, and for you new viewers, I hope you do hit that subscribe button and join the Blazing Nation. I want to thank you guys for watching. I hope you all have an awesome day, and take care.